The inaugural flight of Europe's new Ariane 6 rocket is scheduled to take place in a few months' time. The main stage of the first Ariane 6 flight model was constructed at ArianeGroup's Les Mureaux facility near Paris. I visited this facility and asked Franck Wibon, who is the Director of Civil Programs at ArianeGroup, about the differences between Ariane 6 and its predecessor, Ariane 5.
Ariane 6 is able to perform all the missions previously performed by Ariane 5, but also she can propose services which were not possible with Ariane 5. Actually, the main difference between the two launchers, the main improvement between Ariane 6 and Ariane 5 is the range of mission. It is a flexible, a modular launcher which we are able to make evolve according to the needs of launch customers. Ariane 6 is perfectly fitted to the deployment of satellite constellation along complex trajectories. She is able to populate a full orbital plane of a new constellation with only one launch, meaning to deploy several tens of satellites with one single launch. This was not accessible to Ariane 5, and this is what launch service customers expect today. Ariane 6, of course, will also be fitted to ambitious scientific or exploration mission. Ariane 6 is also available to serve all the ambition of the European Space Agency. And if tomorrow the European states were to decide to go for the next step, to consider human spaceflight, for instance, Ariane 6 would be part of our offer to serve this ambition.
I asked him as to how he looks back at the period from when the Ariane 6 project was conceived to now, when its inaugural flight is just a few months away.
So Ariane 6 was decided at the end of 2014, so a bit less than 10 years ago. Like any big technological and industrial project, it has been a huge challenge for the teams of ArianeGroup, of all our industrial partners. Nobody had expected the crisis we had to go through, including the COVID crisis, including the consequences of war in Ukraine, but also the transformation of the space economy, of the space market, which proved to be much deeper and much faster than anyone expected in 2014. So it was a period full of surprise, good and bad, full of excitement. We had to adapt the design of Ariane 6 along the way, for instance, to improve the upper stage. So we had a series of tough decisions with huge consequences for the program. But today, I would say, beyond the perspective of the inaugural flight, the 28 missions that Arianespace has already captured in its order book are probably one of the most satisfying validation we received from the community. It's a market validation, so really the proof that we went in the right direction.